Good morning, Bitcoin truth seekers. Or I should say, welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, June 20th, 5:43 a.m. here in the damn hot Arizona desert. All right, let's check out what's going on. As you may have noticed, Bitcoin's dumping a little bit. Go to bitcoindailyview.com where I've got more for you there. All right, big news. Well, kind of. Susie Orman likes Bitcoin. Here's how she says you should invest in it. Well, in a very, very boring, typical way. Why do I think this is relevant? Because let's face it, she is the pantsuit power. Can I speak to the manager haircut goddess of the minivan army in this country? And a lot of people listen to her. If you want to get all of her books, just simply go to your local Goodwill or thrift store. They're all there. Some old boomer died with them. Anyway, boom. Cool. Talk about mass adoption. Um, also, maybe sure, Bitcoin's dumping today. We're going to take a look at that. But there's some good news. The world is changing, and sometimes I have to be reminded of incredibly positive things that are happening. Because, being a realist is oftentimes just being a pessimist, and life is beautiful. So I have to be, I'm truly optimistic. I don't want to just be a realist or a pessimist. And we have to look for good things and appreciate them. And here's a good thing, a really, really good thing that I just noticed. Godfather of color revolutions. Is George Soros the most dangerous man alive? This is an article over at Zero Hedge, which I guess is copied from ammo.com, which is kind of a cool place to actually originally post it. Look at this evil piece of shit. God, look at that. Oh yeah, he's a philanthropist. He's just like, oh my God, whatever. This is cool because this article breaks it down what an evil old piece of shit this monster is. And it's valid and it's important and it's out there. It's archived. Now it's there for humanity to see. Many already knew it, but this person, bless them over there, Sam Jacobs, you broke this shit down in a powerful way. And, even though this old fart's been exposed many, many times and for a lot of years, a lot of people just don't know. So, for anybody who believes in this globalist no new world order, get your vaccine bullshit, thinks that people like Bill Gates are a prophet, send them this article so that they can just ignore it. All right, F1 Money, I should say actually M1 Money stock. This is over there by, Fred made this. Anyway, they discontinued it. It's not really made anymore. But do note, look at this money printing. Boom, ever since the Great Reset started. Look at the velocity that is also the M1 Money stock. Boom, dropping. I don't even know exactly what that means, but it doesn't look good. So here's something to note. Peter Brand did a cool tweet this morning. For as long as the US dollar remains king, all subjects will bow before it. Other currencies, raw materials, cryptos, even baseball cards, talking rocks, and beanie babies. Of course, kingship is always temporary, is always a temporary condition, and kings can be dethroned at a moment's notice. Now, as you may have noticed, I oftentimes have my I think a bit of caution that I didn't have in the past of Bitcoin. How is this going to play out? I mean, ultimately, I won't go into it. I need to make a whole nice video where I really break down why I have my doubts about Bitcoin these days and cryptocurrency as a whole. And it's not a pessimistic thing. It's just, look, in every war there are battles. Are we about to lose a battle or enter into a good number that could go either way? So we shall see. But what Peter Brand is saying is that, yes, the USD will not last forever, even if it wins a few battles in the short run. But will Bitcoin be what defeats it? He did also say right below that, he said, full disclosure, I have a sizable allocation to my own Bitcoin. I like the way he thinks. All right. Range last 24 hours, 33,402 to 36,327. All right. Volume last 24 hours on Binance, the only exchange that really matters, down 20%. So we're definitely not pumping today. All right, the crypto bubbles, how are they looking? Pretty damn sad. AMP is up 6.6%, whatever that is. All right, looking at Coin360, it's powerful red today. The only thing that is green are stable coins, because there's just so much, money rocking into them right now as, longs get incinerated. Waves is up for some reason along with amps. Who knows why? All right, trading volume for Bitcoin last 24 hours, $4.8 billion, 2.7 billion of that on Binance. Nobody else showed up for work. Oh yeah, we have this kind of a market swing, yet no volume. Over the counter, anybody? What's going on? All right, longs, which is short sentiment on Binance. Let me refresh this here. Longs 59%, shorts 40%. That's pretty tight, but sentiment is long for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 61% long, 38% short. I would say that's a pretty positive long sentiment for Ethereum. All right, looking at the daily chart here, here is something to truly watch out for. Check it out. With today's dump, with the last couple of dumps, with the Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin versus USDT on the daily on Binance. So we are below the 200 moving average. We're below the 21 EMA. All that sucks. Okay, and the MACD is, well, it's working towards. Now, watch out for this one, okay? I know this is kind of, because of today's dump, this is a bit accelerated, but look at this. We do have to be very, very precise. If we look, we are heading towards, and we have the bars showing it here. The histogram, we are heading towards a negative cross in the MACD on the daily. I know some people say it doesn't make a dang bit of difference. It's a totally worthless indicator, but retrace this, look in the past, do some regression on it. Just open your damn eyes and look on the daily chart over the last couple years. Daily MACD crosses do, in general, most of the time, I would say, have a big effect. So with that said, occasionally they don't if they're tight and they just kind of meander back and forth a little bit. The MACD can be indecisive, but regardless, last couple of days have been crappy. We're below 21 EMA, and we're looking at a negative MACD cross here over the weekend, possibly, unless Bitcoin gets some perky action to it. Let's look at in fact, I'm going to set an alert. I'm going to set an alert for that. I took it out, but I'm going to set an alert for that MACD cross on the daily, because I'll be looking for some, well, definitely, I don't know if I'm going to say buy the dip, but I'm definitely going to be watching that to see. That's where I'm going to be kind of curious what happens. I don't like trying to catch a falling knife, but that's definitely where I'm going to expect a bit of an acceleration of a downtrend, and be watching for that eventual confirmed uptrend. So, Bitcoin versus USDT on Binance once again, 45-minute chart for immediate price action. As you can see, this is the white 200 moving average. We're below that. This is the purple 314 moving average. We are below that. We are below that. We kind of hung out for a while. Right here in this zone, we're kind of doing all right. We're hanging out, and that's kind of cool because that also reflected, previous price action. So, all right, we kind of had some support there, but boom, definitely a red candle this morning, as we can see. Now, I've heard this from people. I can't find any news sources for it, but I have heard that this is in part due because I guess China said all crypto mining shut down, or more of it. My official take on that is, who gives a shit? Good, don't. But with that said, it possibly could be what's causing this dump, or it might just be because it's happening anyway. Directional index is in the red. ADX is rising, but we don't want it rising while this is dumping. That's not good. When your price action and your ADX are basically pointing to or towards one another, never a good thing. Squeeze indicator in the red. KRI in the red. Well, stochastic RSI is showing a bottom, but, well, are we done yet? Don't know. Lazy bear indicator is definitely showing a beautiful area for, well, it isn't quite showing buy yet. The wave to an oscillator has to get above the dotted red signal. I need to update these colors, make them a little bit deeper and richer so that you guys can see them easier, and myself too. So, where are we at? I don't know. This is one of the things. I'm not going to be one of these asshole told you so people, but seriously, at this time, go for it. If you really want to, keep buying the dips, go for it. I'm just myself personally, I did hedge out in profit a while ago, some of my Bitcoin, as far as my Bitcoin hodl. I don't care if we have to uptrend a while and I actually, buy back, at a higher price than I sold. With the volatility that we're seeing and a lot of the politics of the moment, that I need to make a video for and really define some of the accusations that are being made by the government towards Bitcoin at this time, and some of the rather some of the craziness of the current administration. Not coming from a political bias, but look at anyway. I'll do a longer video. Just for me personally, and of course it's not financial advice, but I do this for fun and a few friends that watch this, and I'm just saying, if you I'm watching a lot of people, honest to God, try too hard right now. And they keep buying these dips. And in general, sometimes they make money, but in general, I'm just watching them get wrecked. Stop it. Wait for a confirmed uptrend. Wait, I mean, this is just me, not financial advice, but I'm just saying this is what I'm doing. The 45-minute chart for a very, very tight action. If you want to wait for it to get above the 200 moving average and stay there for a while, good, do so. But myself, really, until we see, where is it at here? Sorry, no, I got it here. Until we see a couple days of confirmed positive volume, spot volume across Binance, well, on Binance basically. But every other exchange is going to follow suit. But nice increasing spot volume on Binance, and we also see on the 4-hour chart here. Because 45-minute chart, immediate price action, but just realize that we ain't the only ones watching that. That's a good place to get played if you're not extremely careful. I want to get above the 200 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. I want all positive indicators. I want to have a daily MACD that is positive. Be nice if it was above the mid-range right there. Be careful. A lot of manipulation right now. People keep buying dips. Then guess what? It dips further. It's not really that profitable to buy dips if it keeps dumping. Anyway, with that said, everybody, stop trying so hard. We could be a few percent down, another 1,000 down in an hour. Wait for Bitcoin's powerful chart to return. Buy dips if you want, but I myself would just recommend if you're on that, if you have that mindset, just dollar cost average. At this moment, do you really know? Just be careful, okay? Buying dips ain't that smart if it keeps dipping and dipping and dipping. There ain't no top ever, and there ain't no bottom, So you only really can confirm what direction you're going, get in, and have your stops set in profit, hopefully. With that said, even at times like today, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own makes a piece of shit banker and god-awful human beings like this friggin' old thing cry.